Welcome back, guys. We're going to be playing more Assassin's Creed Valhalla today. I'm super excited. So today, I think we're going to be continuing on with some of the story. I think this is the last we're going to see of Norway. Gonna go meet with Sigurd at the docks, and I think that's where it's headed. A little bit nervous. I'm kind of nervous and excited to be leaving Norway. I feel like we've gotten quite a bit out of Norway, and we've gotten what we needed to get out of here. So I'm happy about that part. But to be moving on and go to new land, it's new area. A little bit frightening. Oh, I so want to do that too, but I can't.
Eivor, the wind favors us. We should set sail without delay.
You made quick work of packing. Well done.
The dream of new lands is a powerful lure.
As is the promise of glory. But the act of leaving so beloved a home, there is a sadness to it.
Having doubts?
No, not at all. The die is cast.
Then let fate guide our journey. Are you ready?
Of course.
I am ready. Let us take to the water and leave unbothered while we have the chance.
That chance is past. Look.
Fate flies on swifter wings than we.
King Harald's banner.
Sigurd, what is this assembly? What are you planning?
An exit, father. As graceful as I can. For if I cannot be king in the land of my birth, I will start a new saga. In England.
Nonsense. Your place is here, son, at my side. There will be other victories soon. Other glories.
My choice is made, father. Do not hope otherwise. There's nothing for me here. I must go make my name in the world.
And you have plundered Fornburg's resources, I see. You leave nothing behind but your honor.
You left me no choice. I entered the Alving a prince. I left the son of a jarl.
There are always choices, Sigurd. I will not stand between you and yours, but I do not accept it. 17 winters ago, I opened my door to you, Eivor. And now, your only thanks is to rob me? I should have left you to the wolves.
I wonder what the dialogue would have been.
Do not carry his words with you to England. He brought this day upon himself.
I know.
I kind of want to hear what the dialogue would have been if we hadn't have decided to take the resources. I really don't understand the whole, them saying that we're robbing.
Tears is over, you weeping sacks of wool. Put some muscle into those bulls.
Ration your strength, dog. We have an ocean to cross.
All right, you lazy backgrounds. Sigurd, what's our course?
The sons of Ragnar established a settlement near the coast. We set sail for that. Bragi, sing a song to lift our hood.
To rouse the gods. Inspire a mighty fart from Thor to speed us on our way.
An ocean lies before us, Eivor. And on its far side, a new kingdom awaits.
You know England well from your travels.
I spent a season in their kingdom of Mercia. A temperate land, lush and wild. By now, the sons of Ragnar will have claimed its heart.
Do we mean to join their army?
They will join ours. In time, all of England will know of Raven Clan and the glory we brought to that fractured land. So to England, glory and destiny!
To England!
To England! For Valhalla!
I still don't really like that they're saying that we're stealing from them. It's like, okay, the whole rating of, I'm really bad with names, but the person we rated, the whole part of it was our doing, Sigurd and I's doing. We didn't steal from him because it wasn't planned by him. It wasn't set up by him. It was completely our doing. How is that? How are those resources not ours? I don't understand that part. Like, I understand, you share your resources with your king and blah blah blah, but it was completely separate of the king. That's what I don't understand.
In a lecture at the University of Cambridge, Dr. Searca told a worried audience that scientists have few answers for them. Since the mass coronal ejection of 2012, the strength of the Earth's magnetic field has increased by a factor of 50,000. This has resulted in huge disturbances in radio and satellite communications, dangerous bands of radiation around the poles, and as we can all see from our window, an aurora borealis that never burns away. Unfortunately, we are stumped as to why this is happening, and if we cannot find an answer soon, it may change the way we live, the way we communicate, even the way we evolve forever. Dr. Searca went on to say,
Bought you more electrolytes? Oh, new and improved citrus flavor.
Thanks, Sean. How do we fix this? How are you the key to everything? You're a long way from home, Eivor.
It's not very far into the ground. That's kind of, it's very unrealistic. I mean, this old ass Viking, this just a foot shallow into the ground. Really? I know that's something really small, but I mean,
Would love to play around, but I have bigger things on my mind.
I think it's interesting that even the modern day feels kind of open world-ish, do what you want.
Did you get my tea?
Oh, mint tea is not actually tea, Bex. It's an infusion. It's really just dirty, minty water.
I don't care what you call it, Sean. Did you buy any?
Of course I did, love.
Hey, sorry about pulling you out. The generator was sputtering.
That's fine. I needed air.
How is the Animus data stream? Comfortable?
Felt pretty stable after a while.
Good. Just give me a sec and you can jump back in.
Another satellite came down. Did you see?
I did. One of Abstergo's.
That's good.
Well, most of North America just lost its GPS service, so depends what you mean by good, really.
Right. Even when we win, we lose.
Okay, we're all set. Whenever you're ready, you can jump back in.
Okay. I kind of want to look around, though. We don't get too much time to,
That's quite nice. Soothing. I went through hell to bring you here. It had better be worth it.
That damn staff.
Please enjoy your stay. Remember, all the garbage must be packed out, and please water the plants once a day.
Yeah, I won't remember that.
Huh. Well, at least you're honest with me.
You mind if I put some music on?
Go for it.
Cool.
Hello, Layla.
Sean, what
Awkward
do you make of the grave
silence.
out there?
Well, it overturns a few hundred years of scholarship about the first Europeans to set foot in North America. Apart from that, it's just a bunch of muddy bones, isn't it?
Can we talk about this thing on my neck for a second?
Ah, the mood stabilizer. Yes.
It's not harmful, is it? I mean, I feel good, but I want to make sure there's no side effects.
There shouldn't be. It's only blocking outside signals, a passive effect. So the staff doesn't, you know, mess with you.
Sean, what happened last year, I had no control over that. I tried to resist.
I understand. And your old team, maybe they don't. But we've seen that sort of thing before. Still, if you want to work with us and get to the bottom of why the world is about to end for the second time in 8 years, then you wear that thing until we say otherwise. William's orders.
I know. It's not a problem.
It's just a few more weeks, yeah? Just until we figure this out.
You're right. I know you're right.
Ooh.
Sean has been busy.
In audio fragments and from an unknown location to our encrypted servers, nothing was stolen, nothing corrupted, just a quick deposit and gone. We got lucky this time. So what is it? A cryptic sound file, voice unknown, with a signal beneath it? The signal was a code, led us to a precise spot here in New England. We dug, and good lord, we struck gold! Well, silver, dominant currency in the Dark Ages. Point is, it was a gravesite. A Norse warrior dating to the late 9th century, early 10th century AD, a few centuries before the earliest known settlements. This is big news if we have it right. Question remains, how did these bones get here, and why? And I had the same question, why is it so close to the surface? He was dug up earlier, is what comes to my mind.
Feeling okay?
Better. But I'm worried that it could happen again. The two data streams.
I can't promise it won't. I barely understand it myself.
It felt like two minds, fighting over one brain. It hurt like a shotgun to the head.
Right. There's something about this Viking's DNA sample that feels dense, noisy.
Could it be the staff? Interfering somehow?
How do you mean?
My headaches, my temper. They started the day I got that thing.
I hope you're not making excuses for, you know, your friend.
Jesus, no. I'm not.
Sorry. Just take it easy. And if you feel yourself slipping again, let us know.
I'm trying. I really am.
She's terrified of what happened. I know that was from Odyssey, and I didn't get a huge...
Be nice to sleep in a real bed when this is over.
Haven't really, you know, I own Odyssey, but
Sean, don't forget to water the plants while I'm under, okay?
I'll add it to the calendar and tattoo it on my leg.
I love how
You gonna put this in the
He
fridge,
is.
Sean?
Of course. In half a minute.
Remember, tomatoes go on the counter, not the fridge. Let's have a look.
what does she do with the laptop? Ooh, mailbox. Okay. You have a gift and a curse. The gift of old blood, the curse of not understanding it. We can help if you help us. What you did is not your fault, but you must take responsibility for it. Otherwise, nothing gets done. One of us will contact you. If you miss us, you miss your chance. Who is this? Would your favorite baseball team happen to be the Atlantis Eagles? Oh, so it goes. Ooh, lots of words. L. One last message, after which all communication between us via this account or any other will cease. We have our own ways of talking, methods that cannot be sniffed or traced. Your previous team made this mistake. They knew the risks, but they were sloppy, left traces of their activity on everything, digital footprints everywhere. This will not happen with us. My colleagues tell me the initial meeting went well. They are impressed, if a little wary of the influence your new toy has on you. But they know better than most what it means to live with such a burden. I'm curious to know more about this era memories epithet. It is not a phrase we have heard in all our decades of research. In a few weeks' time, we will contact you once more. If you are interested in proceeding, follow our instructions to the letter. If you are not interested, or if you break any of our protocols, this will be the last time you hear from us. Take this to heart. The world is sick and getting sicker. The Earth's magnetic field is growing stronger, satellites are falling from the sky, earthquakes are getting more frequent, famines are becoming more and more frequent, and now we have credible reports of a new and deadly virus sweeping through Asia. It can feel like we're living through the Yiddisin nightmare. Anarchy is loosened upon the world. In many ways we are, but there is hope, there is a cure. Us. In the past few months we have come across something that may help us solve our most pressing problems. A message, a very promising message, that may help us reverse the dire course we are on. If you wanna be part of the solution, join us. If not, we wish you the best of luck. I'm ready. Good. More. Rami, forgive the short email. I wanted to call, but I am not using phones right now, and my time is limited. I'm still recovering from my trip. Things got out of hand, and nothing went as expected. People got hurt. I told you it was for research, and it was, but not for whoever. The truth is, I haven't worked for them in a few years. It's a long story, and I won't bother you with the details, but it wasn't for me. Leave it at that. The group I am with now, I can't explain, not over email, but they've shown me things, given me opportunities, and opened my eyes to a broader view, but not without cost. In fact, I fucked up last year. Bad, more than once, and I need to make it right. I know all this sounds cryptic, and it is, but I'm not in danger, not in the way you might think. If I am being vague, it's because I need to be. I don't want any data sniffers picking up on keywords that might raise alarms. Do I sound paranoid? Maybe a little? Here's the point. Don't worry about me. I'm with a couple of people who I trust now. They've been at this a lot longer than I have, and they're going to see me through this. I promise. At this time next year, things will be better. The skies will be clear, the earthquakes will stop, and we'll celebrate Ramadan together. It'll be just like the 90s, all over again. Tell Mama and Baba I miss them, and that I'm doing fine. Your sis, L. I don't like the sound of any of this, Layla, and I don't like where this is leading. Not using phones is not the right way to ease my mind. You have my number, I suggest you call it. And no, I won't say hello to our parents for you, because doing so would bury me in questions I cannot answer. And to tell Father that you no longer work for Abstergo would break his heart. That's all he ever talks about, how his daughter is on the cutting edge of neuroscience. This man doesn't understand the first thing about what you do or did, and he's still proud. I will not be the one to disappoint him. Is it COVID? Is that why you're being cagey? Something else? Call him, call me, and stop this insane game of hide and seek. I just want to know that you are safe. Thanks for clearing that up in such profound detail. I'm sure I'll sleep soundly now. Oh, I do not have COVID, no. And I'm well isolated. It's just three of us traveling together, staying out of sight. Haha, I like her sarcasm. Layla, as you trapeze about England, Bex and I thought you might want to keep your eyes open for a few things. Assassins' bureaus, or the hidden ones more accurately. They operated in the Roman Britain between the years of 100 and 430 BCE. It's not clear why they left, but the final date corresponds roughly to the Roman exodus from Britain, so I imagine their leaving had something to do with the Empire's retreat, mission accomplished, or a loss of faith. Not sure, but we do know that it was several hundred years before the Hidden Ones returned to the island. Maybe Basim or Hytham are the first in half a century. From our own archives, I believe there were 6 main bureaus operating in the Roman period: Leicestershire, London, Winchester, York, Essex, Gloucestershire. These won't be the Saxon names, so you'll have to read between the lines. Animus and Nomales. Bex noticed these about 10 embedded in the simulation. They're dense clutters of data that may screw with your ability to navigate Ivor's memories. Approach with caution. We don't know what they'll do if you get too close, but they may be harmless and they may induce occipital shock or wipe your mind. Hard to say. Best to err on the side of hell no. But if you're curious, well, I warned you. Pieces of Eden. We don't know of any Isu artifacts you should be looking for specifically, but they're out there, and this was a period where they often cropped up in legend. Norse and Saxon songs and tales speak of them often, so keep your eyes peeled. Especially around the Stonehenge. How could that not be an Isu site? Preface. The transformation of the Order of Ancients into the Templars as we know them today has always been a subject of considerable debate among our ranks. We have operated with the assumption that the Templars themselves hold some or complete knowledge of this evolution, but at present no concrete historical evidence has ever made it into our hands. What little data we do have is mostly a matter of public record, with some exceptions. It is commonly understood that the origin of the Knights Templars dates back to 1119 CE, and this is indeed was the appearance of the public fate of the Templars. However, our records attest to the existence of Templar agents at least 2 centuries before this date. In one badly damaged document, an assassin's contract from Normandy in the mid-11th century, the author makes free use of the term Templar. An earlier letter, at this time from a hidden one in the region of modern-day Dorset, circa 978 CE, makes mention of a Templar spy with the ranks of the Brotherhood. From this, we can safely assume that the Templar Order, as an entity distinct from the Order of Ancients, existed at some point in the mid-10th century. With an aim to expand our understanding of this dark age, one from our agents recently volunteered to delve into his genetic memories to search for further clues to this age-old mystery. Unfortunately, what he discovered was little use for our purposes. Sean Hastings began our first of the 7 sessions on October 5th, 2014. Over the course of the next 3 weeks, he followed various matrilineal and patrilineal lines into the past, focusing on the 9th, 10th, and 11th centuries. In search of the assassins and or Templars in his bloodline, he found none. Of minor interest, however, was the following personage, here noted for the peculiarity of his biography. Alcraer Thorvaldsen, an early 9th century Jute who sailed north from modern-day Denmark with a wooden plank bearing the carving of a map that purported to mark the location of Thor's hammer. Alcred made it as far as Stavanger before running afoul of a powerful clan there. Alcraer was defeated in a battle and enthralled as a slave. He escaped his captivity some 10 years later and returned to Jutland to marry and settle down. The location of Alcra's map is unknown, and the existence of Thor's hammer, a precursor relic no doubt, remains unconfirmed. Alreker's ancestors would later sail to England following the Normans' conquest of this land, settling in what is now called Loughborough in modern-day Leicestershire. The irony that a man named Hastings would contain no useful genetic memory data regarding the Norman invasion of England in 1066 was not lost on our dear subject. Still, he retained what his usual chipper wit and asked if he might next relive the genetic memories of his grandfather to, quote, give a Nazi a proper bollocking.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
Layla, thought you might be interested in this. Conversations that Bex and I had with Desmond back in 2012. December, I think. Just candid talks, that's all. We didn't square any circles or write any beat poetry. But he did have some interesting insights into his time in the Animus and what it means to be an assassin. Anyway, have a listen. You might find you and he had similar experiences. So, well, let me know what you think. Unless it's to tell me I sound like a total prat in these recordings. If that's the case, just say nothing. I mean, I did have a slight cold at the time I recorded these. That's probably why I sound odd. Anyway, okay, I'm done anyway. So, turn off. Turn off. Oh, it's actually just a button. Sorry, here we go.
No, come on, Sean. Turn that thing off. Oh, hold on. I like what you said there. I want to get this for posterity. Say it again, nice and loud. Seriously? Sure, come on. If nothing else, it'll give me leverage with your old man. Ah, that's your angle. Nice. What I said was, I wish I hadn't been born into the Assassins. I wish I had chosen this life. Is that good enough? Sure, but why is that? Because choice is the central idea of our creed. It underpins everything, right? It's about free will. It's about seeing the evidence before you and saying, yes, this is what I want. Or, no, this isn't for me. But when you're born into a group like this, or any other, like I was, you get mixed signals. You get told over and over again, this is what we believe. These are the rules. This is reality. No deviation. And if you question it, oh, they look at you like you killed a puppy. That's hardly free will. It's a weird irony when free will is your central belief, but nobody wants you to believe otherwise. I don't know how to say it exactly, but I always thought there was something self-destructive about our creed. If free will is the most important moral guidepost we have, we should be free to ignore it. To choose submission, for example. You know what I mean? Like, we should be free to side with the Templars. If it's really my choice, I could do that. Right. It's almost self-refuting. A democracy could democratically elect a dictator or choose to get rid of democracy altogether. Within our creed is the seed of its own destruction. That's what makes it powerful, I think. And fragile. Right. The more freedom you have, the more risky it is, you know? Anyway, my dad has mellowed over the years, but he was strict when we lived on the farm. He ran a tight ship. I never got the impression that I was free to choose my path forward. Our creed, our tenets, they were drilled into my head. By the time I was a teenager, I was following these rules out of a sense of duty. This was just what we did. That happens to a lot of organizations over time. The stagnation sets in, you know? The fundamentalism. Yeah.
following the rules becomes more important than achieving whatever goal you set out for yourself. And people start to lose sight of the reason the rules exist.
That's called deontology, or a form of it. Following a rule for its own sake, and not for the consequences it has.
Yeah, but that feels backwards, doesn't it?
Well, I think so. Following a rule is the easy part. Praying, taking a sip of wine, munching on a wafer. Rituals that give comfort.
But that's just going through the motions. It makes people feel like they're doing something. When the hard work is, well, actually getting off your ass and doing something productive. I think people just want boundaries. Tight boundaries. They want to see the four walls that pen them in.
I don't disagree.
Anything outside that, anything that makes life more complex, that's scary. That's why I envy you. You chose this life. You went through that process, and you decided, yes, I believe in this.
Sure. It didn't stop me from being an insufferable know-it-all as a teenager, but I see your point.
I would have loved to have been a know-it-all. I knew nothing. Not until you guys found me. Yeah. It wasn't until I met you, and Bex, and Lucy, that I knew. I knew I wanted to be an assassin.
Oh, thanks, Des. Come here. Bring it in, bud. I don't normally like touching, but I'll make an exception now.
I am not hugging you.
You sure? Because I smell very nice today.
Can you just turn that off?
So that's really interesting point of view. I'm actually really glad I listened to this because I never really thought of it in the way that they're describing. The fact that, you know, even though the central part of the creed is, you know, free will and all this stuff, they never get to choose anything. Like, they get to they have a path outlined for them.
Hold on, I'll just set this here.
Do you guys record everything we talk about?
Not everything, but you've been using the Animus so much, I thought this was a good chance to learn some things about prolonged exposure.
So I'm your guinea pig?
No, my guinea pigs are all dead. The Animus was too much for them to handle.
Cute.
Can I ask you about the bleeding effect? Any recent flashes? Any memories resurfacing?
Yeah, the usual things. Ghost images of Altair and Ezio a few times a day. Nothing intrusive, just brief moments. They pass quickly, almost without me noticing. Like a figure in the corner of my eye. Or remembering a dream from the night before. I did have one extended hallucination a few days ago. It was Ezio. He was older, around the time he left Cappadocia. He was standing on the deck of a ship, alone. And through him, I could feel an intense regret or guilt. And it felt to me like he'd had a loss of faith in himself, in the creed, like he couldn't keep it up, couldn't stay true to his ideals. And as I watched him, I thought, is this the moment he decided he was done being an assassin? It felt like it. Anyway, most of my visions have been brief, lasting just a few seconds. They're like complete memories of small moments that appear suddenly out of nowhere, fully formed. It's a strange feeling.
Okay, anything else?
I'm starting to see Connor now, too. Though I hear his voice more often than I see him. I'm sure that will change. Oh, yeah, and yesterday, just before bed, I had a memory of being on a beach in the Caribbean with a bunch of sailors. Or maybe they were pirates. I don't know. No idea.
Huh. We'll look into that. And how do you feel in general?
In general? Well, I feel older, for one. Much older. And it's strangely comforting. I'm collecting the memories and skills and thoughts of so many people. I feel like I've lived a few hundred years or more. Is it possible that if I do this for too long, it'll push my own memories aside? That I'll be everyone but myself after a while?
It's possible. That's called identity substitution. It's happened before, but it's rare. And someone with your background shouldn't need to worry.
My background? You mean someone with my genes? My abilities?
You have Isu DNA, and that lets you see things and do things and withstand traumas that other people can't.
And I can suffer in ways that others can't. That's not something to be proud of.
You mean the apple?
Yeah. It has a pull, Bex. It tugs at my brain. It talks to me. Teases me. Drives me mad. And what I did to Lucy... God damn it. Nothing is worth the damage I did. The pain I caused.
I know. But you're special. That's the point.
I'm not special, Bex. I'm lucky. That's all.
I understand.
We're assassins. It's our creed that makes us different, not our genes, not our blood. Anyone can join us.
That's true. But let's leave that aside for a second. What I want to know is, have you ever had any Isu memories resurface?
Isu memories? I don't think so. I can't even begin to imagine what that would feel like.
I think you'd know if you did. Maybe one day. We might be able to induce something.
Jesus, let's fix the world first, okay? Before we start digging up my ancient ancestors.
Deal.
With my luck, I'll be related to some third-rate Isu like Sisyphus or something.
Way to aim high, buddy.
Hey, you gotta.
Interesting. Oh, wow. There's lots of stuff. Oh, man. That's gonna be a lot. I want to go through this stuff, though. Oh, but there's so much. Let's look at pictures. Oh, those are really pretty. Go through trash. File corrupted. My name is Layla Hansen. I was a friend and colleague of Victoria's, both at Abstergo and in our subsequent freelance careers. And all the time I knew and worked with your daughter, I was always struck by her limitless intelligence, her humor, and her ability to focus, even in times of great stress. She was an inspiration not just to me, but to all those who worked with her. I'm writing to you now with the hope of shedding some light on the circumstances of her death. I realize it may be strange to receive a letter out of the blue from someone whose name you have possibly never heard, offering to explain the tragic loss of one so dear. But if you allow me, I will try. I was with your daughter in the moments leading up to the unfortunate incident that took her life. In fact, I am partially to blame for... It goes blank. I am gonna leave these two for later, because I just need to be done with... I can't read a bunch more. We can come back some later time and do this.
Alright, time to go. Norway to England takes about a week by long ship, so I'll scrub ahead. Layla, you okay?
Sorry. Can you play the message again?
We have the transcript if you're looking for something. I can
No,
go and...
I want to hear it.
Okay.
I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just... That message led us here. To this place. To a Norse grave in North America. So those bones out there are the only lead we have. Our only chance at fixing this planet before it's too late.
Here it is.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
Unsettling, that is.
That pulse in the message. Are you sure it's just coordinates? Nothing else?
Nothing I can find.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go.
So, Eivor is the wolf-kissed. I wonder if the mad one is Sigurd. I mean, long shot, but it's still bugging me the whole, that we're gonna turn on Sigurd, or that Sigurd's gonna be. Now that's beautiful, right there. Damn.
There she is, England, our new home.
Not a patch on Norway, but we'll make this land our own soon enough.
I'm glad to see any land at all, and will be happy to have my feet on solid ground again.
We must not rush our landing. All you see here is Saxon territory. The Kingdom of Mercia, largely unpacified. There will be eyes watching us from the trees, with bows drawn and traps set. We must be wary. Randvi, dig in your oars, all standing.
Have you spotted something?
Not yet. But let us go ahead to clear the path of any dangers. Then follow our lead when the sun brushes the horizon.
Understood. May Thor bless you all on your way. We will see you soon.
Sail on.
Yes, I'm ready for whatever these green-thumbed fairy folk have to throw at us.
Sigurd, do the sons of Ragnar know that we're coming?
They do not, for they will not scoff at our visit. Of the 4 kingdoms in England, the sons of Ragnar have settled only one. The rest is ripe for the taking.
Do we mean to join their army?
No, no. We will speak with them, get the lay of the land, and carve this country into as many pieces as we see fit.
Look ahead there! Is that what passes for a town? Plain brick in a single rune to their timid god?
That rune is called a root, Dag. The cross upon which their god was sacrificed. It sits atop a monastery, a place of worship.
That cross killed their Christ, and now they display it in worship? Bizarre.
We carve idols of our gods and make wishes before them. Like our sacrifices to Odin, the One-Eyed.
But we do not worship the wolf that kills him. That is the difference.
Whatever strangeness we see in these Saxons, they must think the same of us.
The hammer! Now there is a symbol worthy of a god. A bolt of lightning would take that cross clean off.
Seen lots of well.
Look there! What are they doing?
Ritual drowning.
Baptism, Dag. Are the ways of Christians really so unfamiliar to you?
Not at all. I simply forgot. And someone has to keep the conversation up. It must be priests and worshippers alone in that place. We could storm this port with ease. Sack it without breaking a sweat.
Is there much in the way of treasure there?
Always! They shape precious metals and cut jewels to their gods. There will be a fortune there.
Later, Dag. There will be time enough for raiding once we have settled. Come to. Stop the boats. Pull up over there. The way forward is blocked by a chain spanning the river. We must remove it before pressing on.
A chain? Can we cut through it?
It's too thick for access. But there must be a way to release it somewhere in that camp.
I will go.
And I will be right behind you.
No, Dag. You stay here. Should trouble come our way, I want you defending the ship.
A good idea. Send out the arrow and keep your sharpest axe at hand, huh?
Something like that.
It's something like that. So I probably want to be somewhat stealthy.
Go, Sunan.
Doesn't look like there's... Oh, there's a few people. Oh no. I noticed that.
I must be careful now.
What's going on?
Didn't really expect her to just like hop on him. You know, I expected. Is that guy gonna just keep going back and forth? I feel like.
Dane! The Dane has come!
There's only so much stealth we can do.
Focus, we...
Stun attack is so good too.
Take that coward off!
Time to loot.
This chain is huge and poorly anchored, it appears. I might be able to
Oh,
shoot
come on.
it.
Loot chest. Okay, river chain blockade. After conducting several trials, we have found that these naval chains will hold against even the most durable Danish longships, so long as the mechanism remains intact. Several more blockades will be constructed in the coming months, and are to be installed on the rivers leading inland. This is our best defense against any forthcoming incursions. It is imperative that these blockades be maintained and kept operational at all times. Any failure of function is to be reported immediately. I want to go ahead and get what loot I can first. Shoot him?
Done. The path is clear.
Chain is away! Hey, boy! Back to the boat!
Let's see if there's anything up here. Especially since I killed that guy up here. Yep. Whoops. That wasn't too bad.
Fine work.
I say we go back, Sigurd. Give those dogs a good knock around and take whatever treasures they have. Easy pickings.
Not today, Dag. We press on until we reach our goal. We cannot afford another surprise. Now be on your guard. It should not be far.
Gods, I'm ravenous. I hope they have food and ale on hand when we arrive. You should have sent word ahead of us, Sigurd, to get something on the spit.
If Halfdan, Ubba, and Ivar Ragnarsson are lacking food in England, then all of us will starve. Have no worry.
Ah, I can see it now. A suckling pig, tender and juicy, and ale as gold as the treasures that we failed to steal back there.
A man of simple pleasures, aren't you, Dag?
And he is happier for it. For my part, I look forward to standing in the footsteps of the giants that built this land.
What giants?
The great Romans and their empire. Giants of a forgotten age. They held dominion here long ago, and their ruins dot the landscape.
That is true.
Every stone tells a story of conquest and glory, and now they are rubble and ash.
Ready to be remade. We will rebuild their empire brick by brick, and ours will not crumble to dust.
All things end, Dog. The ruins are not a warning, they are a testament. Look there,
That's also true.
just ahead, where the sons of Ragnar make their camp.
At last, to find our feet on steady ground.
Sigurd, hold back. Something isn't right.
Good eye. There's too little movement for an army. Only tents and a few men.
Not the army we hope to find?
No. Let us get a closer look.
Ambush? Or maybe Ragnar has already been destroyed?
Those are not Norsemen. They're too ragged and soiled.
We should proceed on foot, lest they spot the boats.
Dag and I will go together.
We all go. If they are friends, I wish to meet them as a yard. And if they are foes, then we fight them all, together.
That's interesting.
Who are these men?
They speak with twisted accents. English, no doubt.
Dag, Eivor! On me!
So that means we're going to take this by force, perhaps? What happened to Ragnar? Ragnar Lothbrok?
Oi, what's this? A mess of filthy Danes befouling our riverways? You there? Give us your name.
I am Sigurd Jarl of Fornberg. And you are...
Men who do not take kindly to Dane invaders creeping into our camp. You'd best move along, pagan. Spare yourselves a slaughter.
You threaten Norsemen with a play of swords and expect us to cower?
I have been 8 days at sea without a drop of blood to wet my axe. So spare the chatter, Buckerout, and draw your weapon.
Oh.
Let's finish them!
Kill these heathen bastards!
You have what you wished for, Dag.
Look what I caught! Who are these people? This is so not going to get done!
You had your chance to turn away, and it passed you by.
Hell, I'll wait you!
Oh no, don't press the Windows key.
I'll send you! You're done for now! You're on the verge of corpse.
sure took down them pretty fast.
Have a look around, all of you. I want no more surprises.
Right. I will check the longhouse.
Huh. Yeah, this is interesting. I guess I actually didn't even see this part coming. Where, you know, we come to this strange land that we've never been to, and just all of a sudden, oh, there's no Ragnar. I didn't see anything in here. At least, I guess there are more than just one, isn't there? Sorry, dude. I kind of run everywhere. Scavengers, huh? Guessing this big one has stuff in it. Ration's full. I'm gonna take a look at my skills and stuff. More skills. Seems like every time I look, I have more skill points. Guided arrow, not looking for that. Chain assassination. Did I get that yet? No. Okay, now I have it. Let's look over here. Not really wanting to go with anything over there. Gonna get that. Does that bring me anything? No? Okay. Kind of want to upgrade my rations at some point. I feel like this is probably a good thing, because I really don't, really not able to carry that many arrows. But I also really want to upgrade my rations, but I think I'll choose arrows for now. For the time being.
Eivor, look at this.
A noise track. Might be something inside. I will have a look.
Wait. Who are you? With those brigands.
Oop,
Dak,
not what I meant.
in here. Those men had prisoners.
You there! Untie us! Let us walk and we will not hurt you!
Quite bold in those bindings. I like your spirit.
We are very agreeable people, I promise. You need not kill us.
Peace, friend. We have no need or wish to
Hey,
hurt
Cody.
you. What are your names?
Yenli, I'm a merchant, not a bandit like those others. And this is Rowan.
Rowan, that's right. I'm a stable hand, that's all. I keep horses and, well, I did, till those brigands sold them off.
They meant to sell us next, as slaves to the nearest bidder. But I raked their eyes out before I let that happen.
And how did you find yourselves here?
We came to trade with the Sons of Ragnar, at Halfdan Jarl's asking. But they were gone when we arrived.
Unbind them.
Interesting.
You know the Sons of Ragnar?
Aye. Sold many a mare and stallion to the brothers. Good men. Always paid me fair.
From the look of this camp, they've been gone for some time. Where will you go now? What will you do?
Rebuild my stocks, start anew. I have friends and allies across the land to aid me. But it won't be easy.
Every town and village needs a stable to keep horses fit and trim. I'll find my footing again. Somewhere.
We're gonna take him up, I bet.
What do you
for our settlement.
We could use their skills as we get settled. Having access to trade and someone to tend our mounts would be a boon.
My thoughts as well. Any friend of the Ragnarsons is a friend of mine. Right, Dag?
Whatever you think is best, Sigurd.
Janli, Rowan, I am Sigurd Jarl of Fornberg, son of Styrbjörn. This is Eivor and Dag. Both of you are free to go, but more than welcome to stay if you're willing to pull your weight.
We'd be happy to, if only to get back on our feet.
Then let it be done. The Raven clan welcomes you.
Our first people for our soon-to-be settlement.
Into friends, into family. The others have arrived. Come.
I have a good feeling about this place.
Honored family, friends, welcome to your new home.
The whole settlement thing's going to be kind of interesting in this game. I'm kind of excited to see how that plays out. It's kind of interesting that this game is going to be one of the first ones to include democracy and a sophisticated leveling system. I also kind of like that loot is a lot more upgrading in this game than it is just finding a bunch of stuff randomly. I'm kind of glad we haven't been, you know, just bombarded by a lot of gear just coming out of nowhere. We're actually getting gear and upgrading it.
Now come, Randvi has found something I would like you to see.
Eivor, Sigurd, I give you England and its 4 kingdoms. Mercia, East Anglia, Northumbria, and Wessex. From the few plans and maps I discovered here, I believe the Sons of Ragnar have pushed further into Mercia, here. My scouts will soon tell me if I am correct.
And where are we?
Here, in this unnamed copse of trees.
Unnamed? We cannot let that stand. What will we call this place?
I might have an idea. Ravensthorpe, the village of ravens.
I like it. The poet in you sings once again. One day this name will be known throughout all of England.
A name is only a beginning. If we want renown, we must build, expand.
Agreed. We should begin with a forge. Can you help Gunnar get working again?
We'll need cargo, supplies.
For that our neighbors will provide, whether they wish to or not.
Scarcely arrived, and now we must raid.
We cannot master this land merely by asking.
I'll go and speak with Gunnar now.
Good work, my dear. And what else have you found?
Short notes, mostly. Scraps of plant.
Already upgrading again. Okay. I haven't gone too much into the, oh, which one's the blue? Let's see. Bear, Raven, can't remember. So what we have up here, perfect attack. Press the left button again during a weapon swing to do more damage onto the next hit. Okay. That's good ability to be looking forward. For Crest right now, Sigurd has chosen a place to settle, but there's too much to be done before the small camp can be called home. We have to speak to Gunnar. At some point I need to upgrade some of my gear. Wolf, that's what it is. Yeah, my rations are already full right now. Never had a game where, or an Assassin's Creed game where you already start off with the ability to, you know, kind of heal up.
Not at all. Can I help you with anything?
It's interesting. It kind of looks like he's aged since.
Sigurd wants your forge up and
or maybe
running
it's
as
just
soon
me.
as possible. For that, we need supplies and riches.
Ah, you mean to go a Viking then? Good, good. How I miss those days. Ransacking and pillaging. Blade singing and shield splintering.
I would ask you to join us, but you're the only blacksmith we have. We cannot afford your loss.
Oh, it's no bother. Better I forge axes than swing them. My place is here, not pulling on the oar of a river horse. Though you do remind me, I found a map among the bandits' rubbish, marked up with the locations of Saxon monk huts.
Yes, bandits know as well as we do. Monasteries are full of riches and loot.
Take the map with you, and put it to better use than they did.
Wow. Already lots of different things you can see in this land. It's very long. It's not very wide. That's interesting. Where do we even start? Take command of... Sigurd has chosen a place to settle, but there's too much. Small camp can be called home. I think I'm gonna keep with the story for a little bit. I want to clear my marker though. That's bugging me. Can I start upgrading my stuff yet? No? Okay.
Sunan, guide me.
Ooh, level. So 6 levels is what we can get. Raiding heavily guarded locations is the best way to find wealth chests containing supplies and raw materials. Both are needed to construct buildings at the settlement. The raid is done when all nearby wealth chests have been looted.
Bend your ears and listen all. For the good of our clan, it is time we go a Viking. Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
At last! We will crack these Christian monasteries
Can't raise the
like
sail
a
here.
row of hen's eggs!
The Saxons know we are here, Doc. The
Sail
monasteries
out!
will be well guarded.
Ah, but nothing more than priests and prayers, I'd wager.
Man, already starting off with doing some raids. It's actually because I actually did some side raiding in Denmark. Actually, not my first raids, but raiding mechanic in here is pretty cool. They put so much detail into
Save it for later.
Denmark. I can't imagine, you know, this main area, England, how much detail they put into it. Oh, not what I'm wanting to do.
All ashore! Take what you can and be swift about it!
Or we slay every last man and take all the time we need.
Should we be so lucky? To arms! Find what they hide and take it.
And kill those parasites, die! We have this.
Combat in this game is real nice. I do like that there's lots of different weapons and I also really like that they've really made it, the defensive stuff, you know, like parrying and blocking, is actually something you need to really do. Because a lot of games, you know, you can just spam click and it'll be okay. I want to loot these people. Okay. Oh, is that like dead bodies under there? It's kind of gross. I love the architecture that they have going on.
Come, help me with this.
Oh, that's interesting. You have to like actually have other people help you with the really heavy chests.
That is all we need for Gunner. But if there is more, we should claim it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna claim it all. Looks like there's lots more people. Oh jeez. Definitely have to block that guy. That guy's kind of tough. This ability is really cool. Just the throwing axes. Those spearmen can be pretty dangerous. I like that there's like civilians, they're running around and stuff. Definitely gonna raid their homes. Resident note. Everywhere I turn there's sickness. It sweeps through this monastery like a plague. I hear the groans, the wailing. We have been burning the ones who died for fear their corpses will infect the ground they are burned beneath. God help us. Yeah, that was one of the stupidest things that they did back in that time. I mean, come on. You really think, oh, stupid. Oh, not what I'm trying to do. Where's the damn entrance?
Give me a hand over here.
There's like, they're just hiding behind there when they knew all their people were. Someone gonna come help me? Come on, dude.
Fight smart. Use juggling.
Aha, there it is.
Right! Let's get back to the ship!
No, I'm still gonna raid more. I'm sure there's still stuff around that we can get. God knows I'm down for that. I think I've already been in here. Yeah. We'll look at just a couple more houses, see if there's anything left. Ooh, not what I meant to do. That may be about it.
Survey the area, Sunan.
Is there stuff in here that I'm seeing? No? Okay. Avoid detection. I literally just raided the hell out of them. I don't think I can just avoid them now. Like, oh, I was never here. But thank you for that. Return to your settlement and build Gunner's Forge.
This was a good day and some fine work from all of you. We should return home and unload everything.
Are you certain there aren't a few...
Okay. I really don't know which way is home, so...
World away somewhere?
My gut tells me no.
I want to listen to what they have to say, so... I'm not going to fast travel there just yet. Was that all they had to say? Oh, okay.
What's your count?
My count? Dag, I have no need to count my kills. They number too many.
Likely story, Wolf-Kissed. Me? I killed 26, I think.
Nah, there were barely a dozen when we arrived, Dog.
No, you missed them. They attacked from the forest.
Uh-huh, sure. I really like Dag. Nice character. Really beautiful game. Like, just looking at everything.
Happy sailing here, Amon.
I wish there was more than one place that you could, like, dock
Hold
at.
here! Hush now.
Back so soon?
Okay. I'm pretty sure I had enough before I left, but let's go with that.
This is wonderful, Eivor. A forge bigger and hotter than my old forge back in Fornberg. Come visit me anytime. For weapons and gear, there is no man better than me.
I will, Gunnar. Have no doubt.
And what can I do for you on this fine day?
Tell me about what you do here.
If you need weapons and armor enhanced or adorned, that's what I'm here for.
I'm gonna look at
like to
upgrading
see
my
what you
gear a
have in
little bit.
stock.
So if I upgrade it, I'll get a new rune slot, a new appearance. It's not gonna change the stats at all. What does it cost? Costs 3 of nickel ingot, which I don't have. Upgrading this costs 3 the carbon ingot, which I do have enough for. I'm not gonna do that stuff yet. I feel like a lot of my stuff is kind of temporary. You know, only thing that I have that I like actually think I really like so far is Varen's axe.
Done for now.
So I'll keep that for now.
I must take my leave. So long.
Until next we meet.
So let's look at the different things that we can start building, because there's more stuff that we can look into building. I just have to go up to a sign, it said. So I'm going to take a look and see what kind of things we can look into making.
Hytham, now that you and Bassam are settled, what will you do?
We have work to do, starting in the cities of England. London, Jorvik, Winchester, all three are infested by members of the same order to which Kjotve belonged. But their reach extends much further than this. Of all the lands on Earth, I believe England is the most overrun.
Do they cause here the same turmoil Kjotve caused in Norway?
Not just turmoil. They spread a plague of delusion, teaching men and women to abase and abuse themselves in exchange for power.
You have strong feelings about this.
Of course. This is the sole purpose of the Hidden Ones, to liberate the body and spirit of man from any unnatural shackles. But we have not operated in England for over 4 centuries. Since the fall of the Roman Empire, the Hidden Ones have not had a presence here. This absence has given the Order of the Ancients ample room to grow and thrive. Our task will not be an easy one, but with a bureau, Basim and I could begin our work. If you have the time and spare resources to build one, we would be most grateful.
I will see what I can do.
How much it cost? Because I heard this is a really good one to do right away. It'll use the rest of my raw materials and most of my supplies, but it's gonna give me more missions to do, as well as it's gonna help with the story a lot, so I'm gonna build that right away.
This will make a fine space for my work, Eivor. Thank you.
Well, if your work benefits us, I will see that you keep it for as long as you live among us.
I believe it will, for we have common cause against our enemy. They have dug their claws deep into England. Eradicate them where they are strongest, and the alliances you seek will be far easier to come by. In London, they now operate without restraint. If you were to eradicate them, the city would be in your debt.
I will talk with Ranvi about your idea. Get her thoughts.
Good. Yet, before you do, there is something else. A gift I wish to share.
A gift?
I cannot show you here. Will you walk with me?
Okay.
I will. Lead on.
Last time I took a walk with you, I got a hidden blade, so I mean, I'm sure this is going to be worth my while. Who the hell is that? Oh, Scarecrow.
I hear a heaviness to your breathing, Hytham. Does your wound still trouble you?
It does, I'm afraid. There is a pain in my chest for which I have no remedy.
Rest easy then. So long as your mind stays sharp, you will recover.
Of course. Though I am reluctant to displease my mentor.
You risk your health and your life to please Basim. That I do not understand.
I should not expect you do. When we first arrived, I noted a shadow of suspicion in your eyes. A doubt. A wariness.
Is that a question?
No. Only an observation.
I wonder what he's going to show me.
Are you well enough to steer this boat?
I am. Have no worry. It is only prolonged stresses that exhaust me. My energy runs low rather quickly.
He's going to talk to me during this? Or like, tell me where he's taking me? Oh, that was it?
And what is this
Literally
gift you
go
wish to
across
give
here?
me?
It will not come from me. It is a gift you must give yourself.
More riddles. What fun you are.
Let me say it another way. My gift is not for giving or taking. It is a way of living.
Still no clearer.
It is a thing better demonstrated than described.
Then I will wait.
Forgive my jest. This gift we call a leap of faith. It is one of our
Oh.
Brotherhood's most sacred rites. It is not a tool we use against our enemies, but an act we embrace to strengthen our resolve. Like your meditation, it centers our minds, steadies our hands, and purges fear from our hearts. And more practically, it aids our movements, in flight or in stealth.
You call it a leap, and we're climbing a rather steep hill.
There it is again. The shadow of a doubt. Nearly there. Our destination is there.
I suspect you mean to throw me off this cliff. Is that it? Please tell me if I'm near the mark.
And spoil the surprise?
That moon
To
looks really
perform the
nice.
leap of faith, you must give yourself over to something greater.
The gods?
Yourself. Embrace the hope that death will not come before you are prepared to meet it. Believe this, and you will fear nothing.
Our deaths are prefigured, weaved into the fabric of the world. To fear this would be a waste of worry and tears.
Good. Then your mind is already attuned to my lesson.
I really like how Origins introduced the leap of faith.
I will lead first. On my word, you must follow. Lean into your faith, into your strength, and take flight.
You want me to jump from here?
Yes.
I would sooner grow wings and fly away. Thank you for the lesson, but...
Wait! And watch!
Hytham! Hytham! Pig-headed fool! Are you injured?
You see? My faith proved stronger than my fear!
And that loam cushioned your fall.
Eivor! I have not seen this side of you before! Do not feed your fear! Conquer it!
I've seen my death in a vision. It was not here. Not today.
A perfect fall! And how did it feel?
You spoke true. It was madness and vigor and a purging of fear. A gift I give myself. I see that now. Thank you for showing me the way.
Of course. And thank you, Eivor, for hearing me out.
You called this leap of faith a sacred rite. Do all Hidden Ones practice this same ritual?
As far as I know, it is a rite of initiation that dates back to just before the birth of the Christian Jesus.
Are you hoping to initiate me?
I might try if I believed you would join, but that is not my purpose in England. Basim and I are hunting larger prey.
The Order of Ancients.
Yes. You remember the medallion you took from Kjotve's body? That is their symbol. They are a plague, one we hope to purge from this world. Like us, they act in secret. Their aim is to rule the world, not free it from unnatural fetters.
The desire to rule is not unique to this order. Sigurd and I want the same. A land to call our own, and the honor that comes with it.
Do not compare yourself to such people. The Order has no honor, no principles, no humanity. Yet they sit on a great many of England's thrones. If you seek to pacify England for the safety of your clan...
Then it may be in my interest to give you aid. I understand.
You desire alliances. We seek to rid England of its deepening rot. Where these hopes meet, our cause does too. You may think this land ruled by harmless jarls and bumbling thanes. Yet look more closely, and you will find a deeper threat. The Order's invisible hand touches all. It shapes everything, instilling its poison into every level of society. From the lowliest fishmonger to the richest merchants, from wealthy thanes to useless kings, the Order...
Oh, I wanted to hear him finish.
Basim has given me one task here. To locate and eliminate the Order of Ancients in England, in whatever dark corners they reside. If we work together towards this end, it will benefit us both. You will have greater influence over the kingdoms of England.
And you will have more medallions to count.
Exactly. You should begin in London. I have credible reports that the Order is working now to seize the city.
I will speak with Ranvi about this.
And while you are there, be on the lookout for our symbol. Centuries ago, the Hidden Ones had bureaus built around England. There were 6, I believe. If you can find them, search them well for documents bearing the same symbol. It will greatly aid my studies.
I will. Thank you, Hytham, for all of this.
The Order of Ancients is a secret society of pagans that has infiltrated every level of society to spread their dogmatic worldview. To rot them out, clues can be found across the world. Zealots are hired mercenaries that assist the Order and enforce their decrees. Finding and eliminating them will provide clues on the identity of Order members. Unveil and eliminate. Clues can also be earned by forging alliances, exploring England, and assisting those in need. Once all clues for a particular member are found, their identity is revealed, and they can be tracked down. Order hierarchy. Order members have a hierarchy system. Assassinating a Palatinus or Priost will provide intel on their Magister and eventually reveal the Grand Magister of the Order. So far, we've found Kyotove the Cruel, Warden of War, Platimus Kyotove the Axe. Tough northern winters and seasons of raiding hardened Kyotove, as it hardened many young Norse, but Kyotove always took extra pleasure in his kills. A passing trader saw the potential in Kyotove and induced him into the Order, making him a young Vikinger, Norway's first Order member. His natural cruelty served him well as he sought to bring his family and clan wholly into the Order's fold. We have a little bit of intel on a couple others. Hunta, son of Hunta, Warden of War. He can be found in the marketplace in the town of Decentre. Hunta, a gregarious drinker from Norway, fancies himself a bit of a skald. His impromptu poems endear him to Norse and Saxon alike, a quality that brought him to the attention of the Order, and he soon joins their ranks. Recently, he has in fact married a prosperous Saxon family whose members hold both military and financial clout. Hunta has begun using this familia power to grant small favors as a means to bring as many foot soldiers he can under his influence. He is a successful recruiter in the Order of Ancients and holds the rank of Platinus. Lufgrifu, or something like that. She can be found in the Saxon military camp at Ubech, across the river north of the town of Grethenburg Bridge. Known as the Scabbard, facilitates all of the Order's clandestine military activities in that area. She procures weapons and issues exceptional orders to select units. Orphaned by the plague, she grew up as a bandit and eventually sought work as a mercenary. The Order took notice, and she proved herself an adept fighter, and soon recruited her to the cause. As a valued mercenary, she quickly insinuated herself into a position of command by distributing luxury goods and favors to fellow officers. In turn, these officers turned a blind eye to what they believed to be simple contraband, but what is in fact an amassing of powerful weapons meant for the Order. So we have a little bit. So he's planned this, and they are Palatinus. So we got the arrow, the leech, letter from the poor fellow soldier of Christ. Arrow, a Dane who traded a petty fiefdorn. Caution is advised in seeking the pagans out for slaughter. The leech is a Wessex-born Saxon with a taste for blood. My most dear Axe, you asked me to send news. It seems the Kiel has left him after all these years. I know not where, but stand assured the Kiel will extend the power of the Order. Hytham has discovered that a member of the Order has pre-metered. So we have a few clues. So we know a few things. What else do we have in the database? Okay, so Mercia. The Kingdom of Mercia, situated in England's Midlands, reached its height of power and prestige under King Ufa, a prominence that lasted for close to 300 years. During that time, it was a center of trade and industry until Danish incursions left its ruin. The Raven Clan settlement, built from the ruins of an abandoned wintering camp once occupied by the Great Heathen Army, the settlement is now a permanent home to the Raven Clan. It's also where you may find Ranvi's Alliance Table, Gunner's Forge, Yali's Table, Rowan's Table, and other youthful services. The Hidden Ones Bureau. Formed in Egypt in the 1st century BCE, the Hidden Ones rapidly expanded their reach and influence with the growth of the Roman Empire. Wherever they went, they built clandestine bureaus from which they can conduct their secret work. The first bureaus in Britain appeared a few decades after Emperor Claudius established a firm foothold on the island. By the first time the Romans abandoned Britain in the 5th century BC, there were 6 bureaus in England. Today, my hidden bureau is an office I share with the Becks and our washer and dryer. It works all right, but we may be turning it into a baby room if all goes well. Okay, so I found the lost Drengir of Ragnar Lothbrok. A Drengir is a glorious and honorable warrior, one willing to go to the ends of the earth seeking righteous glory. The term can be literally translated as badass based on my research. These were the elite that would have stood by Ragnar no matter the circumstance. Now they are somewhat lost, but still crave Valhalla. So I found the Saxons. Originating from the coast of what is now northern Germany, Saxons invaded and settled Britannia at some point in the 5th century CE, replacing the ongoing Roman Empire as this island's occupying force. Thereafter, they spread east to form Essex, south to form Sussex, west to form Wessex, and north to form Middlesex. This laid the foundation for what would later become the 7 kingdoms of the Teptarchy. Seen today as archetypal Christians, Saxons only adopted Christianity in the 7th century by way of Jutes, another Germanic tribe who has previously been converted. The Hidden Ones. Hidden Ones were an early incarnation of the modern Assassin Brotherhood and clandestine group of self-proclaimed freedom fighters who worked to liberate mankind from oppression and cruelty. Formed in Egypt in 47 BCE following the turmoil of the Ptolemaic Civil War, the Hidden Ones came together after its founding members, Bayek and Aya, bore first-hand witness to the cruelty and capricious abuse of power the Order of the Ancients had. To combat this vast and shadowy network of autocrats and Isu supremacists, the Hidden Ones obscured their identities and worked from the shadows to unmask, undermine, and remove the Order at every turn. With the inception and rapid growth of the Roman Empire under Caesar Augustus, so too did the Hidden Ones Brotherhood expand. By the end of the 1st century CE, the Hidden Ones had established bureaus as far west as the British Isles and as far as east as the modern-day India. With the subsequent collapse of the Roman Empire of the 5th century, the Hidden Ones retreated from some of its outlying territories, eventually establishing its strongest foothold in the kingdoms and caliphates in the eastern Mediterranean. As the Hidden Ones evolved, they adopted a set of 3 tenets to guide them. Stay your blade from flesh of an innocent, hide in plain sight, never compromise the Brotherhood. We've seen these in previous games. Early members of the Hidden Ones also adopted a maxim with the hill-stick overtones, quite uncharismatic for the age in which they were first voiced. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. The meaning of this phrase and its purpose has been subject to considerable debate, even among the Hidden Ones and the Assassins. Have seen a few new enemies, the Spearmen. They don't just let anyone yield a long, pointy weapon. This is a fellow a professional. He is disciplined, careful, and keeps his distance. Give him the chance, and you're a kebab. Gauge his reach, start with light attacks, blow through his blocking stance with heavy strikes. Berserker. Highly energetic fighters, able to maintain a steady and aggressive and nearly interminable combo axe attack. After wreaking much havoc, they stop every now and again for a much-deserved breather. React quickly to maintain distance, parry his blows, attack when he pauses from exhaustion. And then the Cyril. The basic Saxon warrior, individually not very threatening, but as a group they become a problem. They're opportunistic on the battlefield, they pick up weapons from fallen foes to surprise you with new attacks. Change tactics based on his current weapon. Use heavy strike to destroy his shield. Prevent him from acquiring a weapon. Leveled up again. More skill points. Ooh, what's this? Oop. Okay, I'm gonna look at skills again. You get lots of skill points in this game. It's insane how often you get them. It makes you feel like you progress pretty fast in here. Ooh, adrenaline slot. That'll be a good thing to look. Yeah, that's something I want to get quick. Actually, I might reset the 2 points I just used, because I actually think I want to get there. Ooh, what did I... So, Assassin's Cantrip? Following a successful parry, quickly press F to throw a smoke bomb at your feet and disappear. Interesting. I don't think I'm gonna follow this for a little bit. I kind of want to look this way and just see what's to offer. As well as maybe branch off this way. Perfect attack I might be going for. Dual swap I don't want to go for. At least yet. But I think this is a good place to be leaving it off. Really interesting, you know, this first part here. I'm liking this new area, and I love a lot of the new things that they put into this. They're really going into this whole RPG element, making it so you get to really do a lot of cool things. It's not just go around and kill people. There's a settlement, and there's picking weapons. There's so many cool things that they're adding to really give you depth to this game. I feel like there's so much, and I love how they're doing this. And I also like that this time you're not actually playing as an assassin, you know, and they're not even trying to hide that you're not an assassin in this game. You're just a badass Viking. But they're... Oh, I like that. But they know that, you are a badass Viking, but, the Hidden Ones see that you can help them defeat some of these Order of the Ancients. They know that they need more than what they have to defeat them. And they're using the fact that you are, this big group of lots of people, and they're like, you can help us out. And you're slowly but surely, kind of becoming a Viking, or kind of becoming a assassin, but you're not a true blood assassin. So I love what they're doing with this. I love their approach. I feel this is going to be a lot of fun. But thank you guys for stopping by. Hope you have a great night.